of the podcast. This is about now is always a good time to start. Take one. Right, so I guess this is it. This is the start of documenting this journey of building the dream. So what exactly is the dream? The dream is to bring people together, to bring people to a place where we can grow, learn from each other, get off the internet, and become human. Because we're moving towards a future where, robots are taking over, automation is taking over, and more people are being out of touch from reality. Everything that we need is around us. Human connection, nature, places to go, places to, make us feel connected with the world. But it seems that everything we do these days, the answer is all towards the phone or the internet or anything to do digitally. The reason why helping people is so important to me is because during my whole time of struggle when I was growing up, I didn't feel like I fit in. I was always misunderstood. I always was rejected and told no, basically. And I always felt that I could not be successful in life because I believed that whatever everyone told me was true. So I grew up in that manner. But later on in life, through all the trials and tribulations, I managed to get out of there, but not just leave. I became the complete opposite of what I was before. I believe everything now that is too hard to achieve is possible. If you put your mind to it, if you work at it, if you allow time to nurture whatever you are doing, and you keep showing up consistently, you will get somewhere. That is something that I have learned, and I believe so right now. I grew up finding refuge in creating videos online. It used to be home videos when I first started. I took my Nokia phone, strapped it to a stick after watching old school YouTubers do their thing, and I thought if they could do it, I could do it too. So from there, it became a whole journey of realizing there was filmmaking. That wasn't the cap, because I reached the point where you go on set, you create a video, move on. You get on set, do a new project, move on. Go on set, move on. In line with that journey of discovering creativity on that part, I also discovered that I'm not the type of guy who needs so much in life. And what I mean by that is the base level of happiness that I need and have is very low compared to a lot of other people. If they don't get X, they will not be successful, they will not be happy. I don't need and want all these other things in life. Maybe I'm a minimalist, I'm not really sure on that part, but I really find that true happiness, true success comes from within. And because my story of struggle, my story of artistry and filmmaking, and which is my strength, and my strength in storytelling too, with the experiences which I have lived through, combining it together, it shows that this is sort of like my purpose. I feel that this is my purpose because if I don't help anyone, I feel that with all the struggle and pain that I've gone through, and I have the opportunity to share it and help someone else, if I'm not doing anything with that, then I feel that life is just meaningless in a way. So this brings me purpose. This brings me a lot of meaning to come up every single day, to create, to put out a video, to help other people. It might sound very vague right now, like how does making videos online equal to suddenly creating a space that will bring people together? That is something that we'll explore throughout this journey of all these little vlogs. A little bit of what I'm creating is that because I have the experience of being in the film industry, and I had a little bit of experience in business because I wanted to start my own media company. And at the time, I was having the same mentality as how you start off as a filmmaker. You build your portfolio, and after you build your portfolio, that's how you get new jobs, and it just repeats like that. So I started to realize that as I was making all these portfolio pieces, all this work and putting them in the portfolio, They took a lot of time, and that is the artist's path, that's the filmmaker's path. But I started to realize that that's not me. I also did a bit of social media marketing, videography for those companies, and I learned from there that the more you put out, the more reach you get, the more leverage you get, the more people learn about you, and the more connections you can have. It's completely different than trying to create one single piece of video, film, and create that for a film festival, cinema piece, or a Pacific audience or whatever. So I learned from these areas, and I realized that I can combine them. Because if I take the load of the content creation side of things and have the artistry of filmmaking onto this, it will allow me to maximize my potential and reach a wider audience, and also allows me to experiment in different types of genres, types of videos. This particular channel that you're watching, it's more sit down, more talk, more theory, more futuristic, because mindset, we're thinking about the future of where we're going to bring this channel, how we're going to bring everyone together. We're learning together, we're all building pieces of knowledge as we go along. So this channel is that. But I start to realize that I also like to have fun. I also like to create things that are super artsy. I like to film for other people. And so taking the mentality of the building the portfolio, I start to realize that if I can use not just work on one project for one client, but I become the client, and me being the client, I start to make different types of videos, different types of genres with multiple videos, create its own channel. You can now. With the future that we are in right now, YouTube is free. Uploading is free. Creating content is free. You take your phone and you just record yourself. I have more than that experience compared to a beginner. So I should be using it to my maximum capacity, and that's what I felt. So the dream this year is to build those channels, to try and experiment with these different type of mediums and genres and put it out there. This year is the undivided focus to build that. That is the gist of whatever this dream is. My fear is that I might be choosing a very hard mountain. Who creates so many videos, who chooses a path of uncertainty without having an answer at the end. It's very scary. But I find that I'm conditioned enough to go to fear, to go to uncertainty, to go and make it work. Because if I don't, I'll live life in regret, not knowing what will be on the other side. So that is the journey that we're on. And if I don't take the risk now, when will I ever take the risk? When I turn 30, when I turn 40, 50, regrets. Nah. Take the risk now, and we shall see where it will take us. But this is the journey that we are on. It might sound very vague right now because we're just at the start of the whole journey, and I start to realize that it's not just about building these things. I also want to show you guys the examples of how I live, how I optimize my life, and my life isn't just about this. Therefore, there are other channels about that. Hopefully, you sort of understand where we're going with this, but I will explain to you in the next episodes. But for now, I just want to tell you the dream that I want to put out to the world. Bring people together through the power of video, outside the internet, to learn, to grow, and we can all become a more better human.